everyone, welcome once again to Snackvolution. I'm Captain Logan.
What up, Vince?
And today we're gonna drink stuff. Vince, what are we trying out this time?
So, earlier, good old Cap, this cat, said to me, this cat named Cat, he said to me, you know what?
Catmandu.
It's a good Bob Seger song.
Yeah.
So he says to me, I haven't had good wine that's under 20 bucks. And I said, well, I'm not saying I'm a big drinker, but I've tried several different kinds of wine at this point. So, I said there's a reasonably cheap wine that I think is pretty tasty. Now, this bottle at the place we went to was $6.99?
$7? Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere in there. It was either $6.99 or $7.99. And this one, we're not breaking the mold. I'm not showing you something that's regional or, hard to get a hold of. This is something that's easy to get a hold of for those of you who are over 21 that live in America anyway.
This is the cheap wine edition of Snackvolution.
So this is Barefoot Moscato wine. Now, Cap here said that he likes a... What kind of wine do you like?
Riesling.
Riesling, which is a sweet white wine, right? So I said that this is something that is sweet. It's a Moscato Barefoot white wine. And this was made in California. So the Barefoot wines are interesting. They're made in several different places. I've seen imported from other country Barefoot wines. So this thing, for those of you who don't know, says on every bottle pretty much, Barefoot, most awarded wine brand. U.S. competitions. So.
Oh, wow. Cool. Yeah. So is there like a cheap wine competition then?
I wonder. I don't know much about the competitions.
Like if they win enough, do they get like another level on the shelf? Is it like?
I wonder. I don't know.
Well, while Vince is getting that open, I want to point out a couple things. First of all, we are drinking this without shoes on. That's the first thing. We're not wearing shoes. The second thing
I'm wearing shoes.
is... Oh, you are? Oh, okay. Well, he's doing it wrong. The second thing is that in order to make this a little bit geekier, because this, of course, has nothing to do with anything remotely kind of geeky, we decided to drink our wine out of a Borg head, a Locutus head, and actually, this isn't a Locutus head. This is just a Borg. This is a generic Borg. A Borg head and a Donatello Ninja Turtle glass.
I never use this kind, so whenever I use it, I feel like an idiot. I use the ones that just have the screw and then...
feeling a bit self-conscious, are you?
Yeah.
You want me to ramble on some more about Ninja Turtles and Star Trek?
All right.
You're going to pick that up later?
Yeah.
You remember Wolverine in Days of Future Past? You're going to pick this stuff up?
Actually, you know what? You haven't had it.
I haven't had it.
We'll do Borg first.
All right. This will be a first for Vince. He's never poured wine into a Borg head before.
All right. You want me to fill her up, or you want me to just give you a shot?
No, give me just kind of a shot of it. That's good.
All right. That's a little more than a shot. That's probably about a wine glass full.
That's good. We'll drink a little bit more later on the radio show. It'll be more entertaining.
I'll drink some on the way home.
This will mark, I want to say, the first time we've done anything alcoholic on Snackvolution.
I think so. So
kind of funny to call alcohol a snack, really. It's just the show where we eat and drink things.
There are people who drink their dinner away.
It's depressing.
Cheers.
Yeah. Let's try this out. It's a little sweet for my taste.
I thought about that.
I like it. It's a little desserty. And it's not a dessert wine, so it strikes me as a little too like birthday cake, but it's good.
Yeah, I have a friend that once described this as, without saying the actual words she used, she described it as...
Was she drunk enough that
she said it's like unicorn urine.
Oh.
So.
What it did you point out to her that unicorns aren't real? How would you know?
I think that's one bad trip. She got drunk enough. She was like, unicorn.
I don't think you should drink this and watch the Lego movie. That's all I'm saying. This tastes to me sort of like if Sprite were alcoholic.
Yeah, I think it's slightly carbonated.
Oh, is it really? That's why it has that. Then I didn't realize wines ever were carbonated.
And that's the thing, though, is that it's not carbonated enough that it's going to be something.
It doesn't taste like it came out of a soda fountain or anything. It's just
it has just a little bit of a bite to it. That's kind of carbonated and
it's like if Sierra Mist were alcoholic.
Fair enough.
But it's got, I mean, and like that makes it sound too cheap. It's not like I'm drinking soda. It's just it's sweet enough that it gives me a little bit of that. It reminds me a little bit of that. But you're right. It is similar to a Riesling.
Now, one of the things that I like about this wine is that it's not terribly acidic feeling. Mm-hmm. When I drink those like really heavy acid wines, like I think if we're gonna go with other cheap,
it's definitely growing on me.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's pretty tasty. They also. There's a lot of like recipes out there that use this Moscato stuff, so you can find things that are not as sweet and mix it together and make punches, or you can find things that are even sweeter and make soft-this punches. So you find this in a lot of like punch recipes, sangria, things of that kind. So I like this stuff. Yep, I don't have much more to say about it, but
yeah. Well, thanks for letting me try it out, Vince.
Yeah, it seemed like we can open up your wine world a little bit to some of the cheaper stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because, you want to get drunk on a regular occasion.
No. Yeah. I just like the taste of wine.
Yeah, that's the thing, though, is like Sutter Home is another cheap wine.
My wife and I drink wine a little bit, so we're always looking for something
and same
a little
here.
different, yeah.
One of my favorite wines is the blueberry wine from St. James Winery in Missouri. Now, a lot of wine aficionados out there are saying things like, you drink Missouri wine, it's not imported. Well, it would be imported in another country. So,
what year did all these people time travel from? 1863?
I have heard.
Well.
Incidentally, most women I know prefer dry wines, and most men I know prefer sweet wines. Yeah. So when I tell people I like girly wine, apparently that's not true.
Yeah. Weird.
I don't know what it is. I like
girly drinks because I like fruity things. Like I like things with like a little, strawberry or something in it, and I don't mind saying so.
I think that you would like some of these St. James wines.
Perhaps the most personal Snackvolution we've ever made.
You should get there, and I think what Cap's really going to look for, and I realize that now I'm not even reviewing this, I'm just saying that what Cap's going to like are the ones that say semi-sweet on them. So stuff that's sweet but not sugary.
How much of that do you think is sort of like building a taste for music, where you tend to like whatever you built the taste up for when you first started getting into it?
I think that might be slightly true. I mean, but here's the deal. I think part of it is you find your palate when you try more. And then, like, for example, I tried a handful of beers and hated them. Well, you know what? American Pilsners are awful. They are just straight up... Sure. I'm sure there are people out there that... regardless of age, are sitting there saying, you know what? I like Bud Light. Well, you're wrong. Because Bud Light's awful. It's awful. That is the worst beer I've ever had. And I would drink Pabst before I drink Bud.
Well, it's just really watered down, right?
Yeah, well, Bud just tastes like mule. Yeah. It's so nasty. That's the thing, is that for me it's like carbonated nasty bread. Like, let your bread spoil and then turn it into a drink, and then do a bunch of chemical stuff to it, and then you have Bud Light. And then, you know what, there's a step up from that, which is Miller Lite, and then there's a step up from that, which is like Pabst Blue Ribbon, which is not bad, but it's basically soda water with a twinge of beer.
Well, it's like having a more refined taste for anything, right? Like even, even literature and stuff, where, people tend to be more ready to just like, to like things not really based on experience. I just think that's true of all things.
I think part of it is that people kind of go for whatever's cheap, so they'll just go find... Like, Sutter Home is pretty damn cheap. Forgive language.
He hasn't been drinking very long, eh?
Boone's Farm is not wine, for those of you out there that are wondering what Boone's Farm is. And people have heard... I've always heard jokes about Boone's Farm, and apparently I started with okay booze, because I was like, what is Boone's Farm? Well, it's basically slightly alcoholic Kool-Aid.
You don't want something like that to be bad. It's got the word boon in it.
It is the boon of my
existence. You had the word bane in something. By the way, I should mention... Excuse me.
Don't breathe it in.
I should mention that Vince was was kind of insistent upon our having wine tonight. We went out and had some dinner, and then Vince just kind of drove us right to a liquor store. And you could say that resistance for me was futile. Anyway, did you have anything else you want to say about this wine?
No.
Well, thanks for having me try it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty solid.
It's all right. It's I don't know that I like it as well as, like, you know, Rieslings and things. I do think it's a little too sweet for me, but
which is fair. But I think it's something.
Funny to drink
that's worth
alcohol and
trying.
it like open your sinuses up and you wake up because alcohol is like a depressant. So
That's very true.
It's kind of funny to drink out and go, I'm awake now.
For those of you out there, just to spread the word, if you have depression issues, alcohol is depression, and you'll feel blue the next day. I found that out the other day. Somebody was teaching me about alcohol, and I went,
Because Vince is a really depressed. I'm sorry. Sorry, it's just this was a more personal edition. I thought I could probably tell people about just how incredibly sad you are every time I talk to you.
Yeah.
Vince is always so sad.
I do have another eBay
He's
story.
so sad.
So, wait for the rants. I'll tell you about eBay.
Anyway, thanks everybody for watching Snackvolution. Much of what we said today was sarcastic and not true. And
Except about the wine itself.
Yeah, except about that's generally how we review things. Wow, did we just finish that entire bottle?
No, about half of it's in the glasses.
Half of it's in the glass. That's what I meant. Anyway,
actually, a little more than half of it's in the glasses.
Are we gonna keep drinking this on GNN? We're just gonna keep using.
How are they gonna know? I'm gonna switch glasses. They don't have any idea at all.
Well, they couldn't watch this video and hear me build the continuity toward the next one.
I'm just gonna pour it back in the bottle and drink it out of here.
Everybody will just think we reversed the footage. Everybody, thanks as always for watching. We sure appreciate it, and we'll see you again next week for some recommends. I'm Captain Logan.
And I'm Vince.